XeroRaider Gaming!
Fourth question from Cat Loves Bacon. Have you ever done something really embarrassing in front of your girlfriend/crush? And if so, what was it? I've been married for 3 years. There is a list. There's a list that could fill this room of all the embarrassing stuff that I've done in front of my wife. I can't pick out one single thing. And plus, I'm pretty hard to embarrass. Like, anything that I do, I'll own up to it. I don't even get embarrassed by it. So it's kind of hard for me to answer that question. I will say doing this because like where my room is located, it's like right outside our bedroom. And so when I'm in here screaming at the top of my lungs at my monitor, that's pretty embarrassing. So I kind of go with that because and this right here, just talking to a camera while she's in the other room, probably listening at me, making fun of me. That's probably pretty embarrassing too.
I would really say the same thing. Like, I'm really not easily embarrassed at all. Like, we've pretty much done everything. Me and my girlfriend have been together for 5 years now. We're practically married, just without the legal binding sentence.
Yeah,
and when you're with somebody with that long, there's really nothing you can do anymore that would embarrass you even more.
And that's one thing about us. That's another reason that we do this. Is just because we don't feel dumb acting stupid in front of people. Like, we really don't.
No.
So
we got rid of that block in high school.
Oh yeah. That'll be a topic for another video.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully pictures won't be involved.
Oh, they will.
Yes!
Dakota_Koch13. Do you guys watch any other YouTubers? Yeah.
Duh!
Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye,
Tobuscus,
yeah.
Game Grumps,
JonTron, Kid Icarus,
BCC trolling.
BCC was one Raider watches. I don't really watch that much.
It's hilarious.
We've gotten really into McJuggernuggets. It's really weird. There's 4 or 5 videos that it'll be like 3 or 4 in the morning, and we'll finish. Then we're just sitting here to watch McJuggernuggets over Razor comms for like an hour.
Be like, wow, this dude's life is so.
There is a plethora of other like smaller YouTubers that I've found just hitting around on like Twitter and Instagram and stuff and checking their stuff out that I've
like Legend Fairy.
Legend Fairy is one of them. I don't know what a stupid name is right now, but it used to go by RTA123 Dilly Dingus on Instagram. He's stupid and I love him.
When we look him up,
if you want,
okay.
But yeah, there's one guy that I found tonight. He's from the Netherlands, and I like his stuff. I don't really feel like wasting the recording time. Well, I'm not wasting it, but I don't want to go through the recording time to try to find the names to tag you. I may put your videos in the description though for sure. Your channel links. If I've liked what you've put up, I'll try really hard to remember, because I have a really terrible memory, and put your channel in the description just for people to.
It's RTDog1 is what he's going by right now.
I keep telling him to go buy Catman, he won't do it. Oh, speak of the devil, Dilly Dingus, Instagram. What's your process of making videos, and how long does it generally take? And I am really surprised it was a serious question. Process for making videos. Early days, well, not early days because we still do it, but like we'll say Yetis. We recorded all of our Far Cry videos. I had to pack up my Xbox One, my laptop, all the peripherals for both, my monitor, all the cables and everything, put it into a backpack, drive over to Raider's house, and I would sit over at Raider's apartment for like 4 or 5 hours, and we would record 3 videos.
And one of those videos we had to re-record 6 times.
I'll let you guys figure out which one it is. But
that was before we learned on our recording software there was a time shift save button where we could go back and re-record corrupted data.
But nowadays, it really doesn't take that long. Like, for Dark Souls, we do everything over internet, which I kind of don't like. I like doing that because it... Well, I do and don't, because because it cuts down on the packing time, but I don't, because, like, I don't feel like I'm actually, like, sitting and playing, with somebody. I'm just, like, kind of like doing this. I kind of wish he was in the room with me, or we were in the room together, because I'm sweet like that. But, It used to take forever. It really doesn't take that long now. Now editing takes a long time.
It's not really the editing itself; it's the exporting
and the uploading.
And the uploading. That's what takes the most.
Which I will say, for the Metal Gear Solid video that's coming up in the future, hopefully next week, I sat and recorded 5 hours of footage for that. I now have to sit and rewatch 5 hours of footage of that to figure out which places to cut, which places to splice, what, audio, video to cut out and all that stuff. But really, as far as like a regular, like I'll say a Dark Souls video, fun fact about our videos, there's never been one video on my end for editing. I'm sure there's been a couple for Raider, but I don't think I've ever had a video that I just put into Premiere and it's just like, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work.
Well, it's the exact opposite. Like, everything I record, I automatically go through the process of getting it, getting the audio set up, getting all the videos synced with frames per second, because our recording software and our games are actually running at different FPSs, so we got to make it run at the same, so it doesn't go out of sync. But all I do is import, sync it up, cut, put the intro, put the outro, add some titles here and there, and export, and I'm done.
But I say for a regular video, like I'll say just for one of our Dark Souls videos, because that's just kind of what we're hitting on right now, I think it takes us about, well, we kind of cut recording at like 30 minutes, and then it takes us maybe 10-15 minutes to edit, and then exporting takes a long time on uploading, but that's just how that works. But it really doesn't take that long anymore, to be honest with you.
No.
It used to take forever just packing up. I remember there was that one night, when we first started doing Outlast, I was there from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 10 o'clock at night. We were recording. We recorded 6 videos, and we were just both just done. Yeah. We also did the fan song that night. So if you want to go back and watch how burnt out we were, watch the end of the fan song video, because it was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, we recorded at least 6 videos that day, including the fan video, which we're not saying we didn't want to do it. It's just actually doing this and playing games that actually get you active, like Outlast and stuff like that, and actually being vocal with somebody sitting next to you, you get tired. It gets a little exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Well, it's just a mental exhaustion, which, I used to work at the same place that Raider works now, and he can attest. A mental exhaustion's real. If you have to sit there and think about something and, work out what you're going to say and stuff. Which we don't really script anything, because like I said, everything's generic. This is how we act, but, yeah.
Oh, yeah, nothing's scripted at all.
Especially when we're, like that night, we're, 4th video in, it's well, we need to get at least one more. We need to get at least one more. Which now we don't really do that hardcore, because we've gotten a pretty substantial following, but... Back then we had 30 subscribers. Yeah, we were really boots to the asphalt kind of thing. So.
Yeah, get everything going. We're hitting this shit hard, and we did. And thanks
we
to
still
all,
are.
Yeah,
we still are.
And thanks to all you guys, we went over 500 subscribers in less than 2 months.
So that's pretty awesome. So I'll move on to the next question, because this is going to be a long video. I didn't anticipate it. Whatever.
Our videos are getting longer and longer.
From YouTube is my food. Why are you human?
What?
Because I am not Dancer. It's, why are you human?
Oh. I don't know. I was just born this way.
I'll say the werewolf. I'm not even gonna, I'm not a dancer. Kill these
Next question!
I stopped being a werewolf in my early teens.
Aw.
Okay, this will be from at Dana is awesome, who is also Dana Banana at Instagram, because I pay attention. If you could live in any time period other than the present, what would it be? Let Raider go first.
That's a good question. That is a really good question. Huh.
I would probably... Victorian London's always been I've always liked the way, just the way it, I don't know.
And I would
I
probably
always
have
like
to,
reading about it,
I would probably have to go a little bit further than that and say medieval Europe.
See, I wouldn't go that far because I don't like being that gross. But I guess they were all gross back then. but I would probably say like maybe the Victorian age or possibly the Renaissance would be fun to live through.
In between the medieval and Renaissance periods where I'd like to sit.
I would also think it'd be really cool to live through the Revolution. Like, not France's Revolution because it was scary. But well, I guess if you lived in America's Revolution and you didn't die in the war, you had to live through France's, but you were in America's, is okay. But I've always liked the Revolutionary period, not just like the frontier days. So it's a mix up between like really artsy fartsy Renaissance, really artsy fartsy Victorian England, or like really
Wild West.
Yeah, Wild West frontiersman. I'm seriously, I'm not even lying. I'm looking at my Assassin's Creed games. I'm like, that's why I like that one so much. So, so that's that. But medieval times would be fun, but it'd also be kind of terrifying as well as diseases. But I guess since it would matter if we could go back as as us, but not just be born in that era. Like we could just go back in time and visit it. You know?
Yeah. That makes a big difference.
I wouldn't want to grow up. I wouldn't be born in Victorian London.
Next question!
Next question. Sorry.
I'm just going to look stupid for a couple seconds.
All right. Dana Banana. This is the same person, but now she's on Instagram. What are your ages? We've specified that a few times. I'm actually 26 at the time of recording this. I'll be 27 this coming Wednesday.
And I'm 22 going on 23. You'll know when my birthday is whenever we post a video and I yell it's my birthday.
Because I've done that a few times in the last couple videos. If you could have anything for your last meal, what would it be? This is funny because my wife makes fun of me all the time because I can eat pizza every day. And I was literally just joking with her. And I read through these questions when you sent them to me, but I haven't really looked at them since then. But I literally just said, I want to say like a couple days ago, because we were watching some prison documentary. I think that my absolute last meal, and I'll be okay with it, a large stuffed crust pepperoni pizza from Pizza Hut and a glass of Dr. Pepper. And I'd be fine with that. It'd be great. I'd love it.
And it's a really chop between the two, and I'm going to be called a fat ass for this, but it's either going to be Popeyes, chicken tenders and french fries and a biscuit, or a Burger King Whopper with fries and a Coke.
I haven't had supper today, and it's like 2 in the morning, so I'm not getting it. I'm starving. Next question. What is your favorite game? I was going to hold off on this one for us to do a top 10, but I think it's very well apparent in a couple of my videos. My all-time absolute favorite game ever made, ever, is a toss-up between Metal Gear Solid 1 for the PlayStation or Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I can't pick between those two. I will never be able to pick between those two. I love both of those series, and those games out of both series, out of every game that each series has, those two games hold a special just place in my heart, and I will never not love them more or less. I don't know. I will always love them more than every other game I've ever played. That, and then a close second would be anything in the Dark Souls series. Anything in the Souls series.
Mine's going to be really weird. My first for solo gameplay would have to be Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on Nintendo 64. That was the first actual Nintendo 64 game I played all the way through to the end.
It was a good one, but Majora's Mask is better.
I didn't beat that one.
I have it.
But, and then that's for the solo, like, just single player. I would have to say my all-time favorite game that I've ever played would be Halo 2 on Xbox, specifically for the Xbox Live community. That was where I found my first friends online. I still chat with a couple of them, and that was a long time ago. But that's whenever I found out that I really enjoyed playing video games online, and that you could be yourself online and people would judge you and would not judge you and would become your friend. Many of them judge you and decide they want to sleep with their mom every hour of the day, but that's online for you.
See, mine's weird because I don't play a whole lot of co-op. I used to not play a whole lot of co-op until Raider and I started we started playing games together. More so this channel. I've always been more of a single player, and I still am. I like single player games. I just don't get to play them as much anymore. But honestly, my all-time favorite co-op game, and again, this is because I'm way later on just getting into co-op, Far Cry 4, hands down.
Oh,
favorite
God,
co-op
yeah.
game. aside from all the Halo games and crap, Mortal Kombat's fun online too if you're playing with a friend, not online 'cause it's stupid. But that's any fighter game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Far Cry 4 is my favorite co-op game that I've played. Just if you play with the right person, it's great.
That's it's the same thing with like I can agree that Far Cry 4 would not have been what it was without me playing with Xero. Just like
Actually,
how Dark Souls 1.
I was about to say Dark Souls 1 I think would be but that's only with you. I don't know if it would be as fun with anybody else. But to the people I've told I'm going to play Bloodborne and Dark Souls with, I'm not discrediting you guys. I haven't played with you guys yet. I just don't think it'll be able to top me and Raider playing Dark Souls 1, which there's a story in that we may go on later on about.
We'll just have our Dark Souls 2 gameplay just like spanning in the background as we're telling all of our epic and amazing stories through the Dark Souls 1, because we beat that game together and the DLC together on the second playthrough on Game Plus.
Next question: if we won the lottery, what is the first thing you would do with the money? And I'm gonna be straight up with you. If I won if I won enough money in the lottery just to say that I don't have to work anymore, I would honestly put some of it into this channel, honestly, just so I can get this going more so. Then I would just work, help out my family, and then just make sure I have enough money to live off of. I wouldn't do anything too extravagant with it. I'm sorry, but I would just make sure I could live my life off of it, get this channel up and running, and I'll just go with that. Make sure my parents have a nice house, and my wife's parents have a nice house and car and stuff, and my sisters and all that crap. Friends, I would take care of all my friends except for Raider because he's an asshole. But yeah, I'd basically just help out a bunch of people and then just make sure I have enough money just to live off of, so I don't have to be miserable at work anymore.
That's really the exact same thing I would do. I would turn this, well, I wouldn't be in this area, but I would make a studio specifically for audio recording and YouTube recording to put out the highest quality content that I could, just to make it, because...
Well, that goes for both of us, because this is our passion. This is
But
yeah,
once that's done, once that's done, that's when I don't even care anymore. What I wanted is gone. Everybody else could have the money.
As long as we could live off of it,
right?
I don't want to be too selfless. But yeah, those are good questions. I remember she was hitting us up. I may have missed some of your questions, Dana Banana. I looked through. I screen capped everything. I looked through my phone 6 or 7 times just to make sure. So if I missed anything, let me know in the comments.
It's all his fault. He's the one on the social media.
And I'll answer you just personally. Just
I'll be there too.
Anyway, Zyker 37 on Twitter asked, "Where are you guys from?"
Arkansas.
Arkansas. I was born in Texas. We moved from Louisville, Texas when I was 3. I've lived in Russellville, Arkansas ever since. I had to say.
I was born and raised in Arkansas.
Even sadder to say.
The farthest away that I've been is Florida.
Well, I've been places, but as far as being where I'm from, because living in Arkansas, I don't know, I don't really follow sports or whatever, but I know a lot of people like Texas and Arkansas, colleges are fighting. So depending on who I'm talking to, I can always flip up. Well, I'm from Texas. Oh, I'm from Arkansas. If you ever hear a stupid draw or hear any stupid turns of phrases, just remember we're from the South and everybody else makes fun of us, so it's fine.
Fuck you! I'm sorry.
These two questions are from Last Life Gaming on Twitter. They're a newer channel that I've been talking to for a while. They're gonna put up content soon, so I'll definitely link them in the description just for people to check them out. They're just 2 college dudes, which I can relate to that because I dropped out of college.
Like a bitch.
Not like a boss.
True.
First question: what made you create a channel? I'm gonna go back to basically. I have 2 answers for this. One, just the overall answer because it's fun. I watch other YouTubers and it's fun and it looked fun and I thought it'd be fun to do and it really is. Second is this one's more so I've mentioned a couple times that I have a family. I've got a little girl. She's 1.5 right now at the recording of this, and I got a wife. And I got to the point when I was working over with Raider that I'm just miserable at work. and this opportunity's there to take. Where I, like as we mentioned before, just sit here and play games with my best friend and get paid for it. Great. The opportunity's here to take it. So, and again, I dropped out of college just so I could pay bills. So there's one night it snapped in my head that I just need to just up and do this. And like, I guess the long-term goal for me is just to be able to sit at home and hang out with my kiddo and do this to help pay for bills and whatnot. And then hopefully if this can go off long term, then I can start going back to school and then spin off and do some more graphic design stuff. And then the charity aspect that like Mark and everybody, all the live stream stuff, like just again going back to what we said earlier, like, oh, Mark's helping like a foundation for cancer kids by just playing some horror game on Twitch. That's fantastic. That's an awesome thing to touch on.
The fact that could be done, even just the fact that could be done in and of itself is just ridiculous and blows my mind. Yeah.
So that's basically why I do it, and I hit up Raider just because I'm kind of a weenie and I don't want to do it by myself. But that's why I wanted to start it.
The reason I wanted to start it is almost the same reason. Like, I know I've always, like, after watching some YouTubers, I always thought, hey, it would be really fun to do my own channel and stuff like that. But I really didn't have any motivation or anything like that. Like, I'll just record me playing a video game and upload it. It'll never happen. Nothing will ever come of it. And then I meet this guy, and we actually start talking about it, and people actually start telling us, hey, you guys are really funny whenever you're talking to each other on, like, party chat and whatnot. And we'd always keep people entertained. So we decided to flat out just do it. And basically, like, the same thing he said, all the benefits that come from it, that's just a plus on a really fun hobby.
Yeah. And I always have to backpedal because I mean, I really do want this to be like well, we both do. We want this to be our career. Like, we check all the monetization stuff like every single day and like freak out if we've made like 30 cents in one day or something like that. But I mean, we do want this to be a career, but I always have to backpedal and say we don't just do this for the money. We do this just for the outreach and just to make, if we make 500 people smile and make their days better, then that's good enough for me. I mean, I'll still trudge away at whatever job I'm doing in the next couple of months and continue to do this just because it's a great feeling that, when people watch our stuff and genuinely find us entertaining and like we can help people through some hard times. Because I've had bad days and I go home and like watch a television show or I'll watch like Mark play something or something and he's being stupid. It's hilarious. It's kind of like makes me forget about all the crap that I have to deal with in my day to day. So if we could do that for somebody else, that's freaking incredible. And really, even if we're not getting paid for it, we'll still do it. Don't ever think that we're just doing this for the money. Like, we're not the Nickelback of YouTube or whatever.
You went there.
Yeah, that's an old man joke. We're not the Five Finger Death Punch. I'm sorry if you like them. If you like them, you're wrong, but I'm sorry. Xero, don't put your opinions in the videos. That's number one. But yeah, no, it's not about the money. The money's just a plus. Like I said, the opportunity's there. So why not grab it? And even if we don't ever make it,
it's still going to be a really fun hobby.
It's still really fun, and I enjoy every minute of it, even the minutes where I'm like about to break my laptop over my knee because audio won't sync up. But that's just what it is. And again, from the same people, just because, even though we've answered this before, what's your favorite game of all time? Again, Metal Gear Solid, Legend of Zelda, like hands down. Like, I can't think of any. Dark Souls. Those three: Metal Gear Solid, Legend of Zelda, Dark Souls. That is in no particular order, but those are my favorite games of all time. Followed by like Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
Then it's the same as I had before: Halo 2, Souls, and what is that other one?
Must not be your favorite game.
Ocarina of Time. That was what it was.
Yeah. And then finally, we're gonna end this on the most serious note. This is from Vermings at Twitter. Does a bear shit in the woods? That has yet to be confirmed.
It is yet to be confirmed and or tested
by scientists and or religious liberals. So yeah, that was our Q&A. We were actually going to, after this, film a vlog, but I feel like we did both in one video. So we are now not going to film the vlog. This is what you get. So, awesome. Thank you guys for all the questions. We really do appreciate it.
It's amazing that you guys are able to get us this far in so little time. I can't imagine what we're going to be like this in a year or two from now. I mean, we, not meaning to brag, but we started off pretty hardcore with quality. It can only get better from here.
Oh, for sure. And we plan on doing more stuff like this throughout our time as YouTubers. So if you have anything you want to know from us that hasn't already been addressed in this video, or even if it has,
Let
go
us
ahead and
know.
ask us.
Let us know.
All of our social
Let us
media is in
know.
the description below.
Let us know.
Yeah, all of our social media is in the description below. Hit us up on all that. Like I've said
Really?
multiple times,
We'll talk
I will
back.
talk to you. I will talk to you. We're people.
And on the rare chance, I will. You know you're special if I say something to you.
That's not true. You're all special. But yeah, hit us up on our social media. Twitter and Instagram are popping. Let's try to grow our Facebook. I don't even care about it, to be honest with you. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your continuous watchers. If you're just now if this is your first video, be sure to like and subscribe and share us around. We're cool dudes. Ask anybody. At least 500 people will say yeah. So
At least once.
at least once. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Bye.